Hey guys, what's up? We are back with some more reactions after dark, and we are of course going to be watching streamer canceled after face reveal for being ugly. Obviously by Stephanie Sue. This is an older one since I don't think this is part of the Chinaverse. This is 3 years ago. It's like a really long time in the past. I mean, 3 years is not that long ago, but still, compared to where we are now in the Chinaverse, I think we're like what 6 months. Uh, at the end of Chinaverse, so we're almost caught up to the end of that. But this was suggested, so I figured I would go ahead and do it. Probably gonna skip the beginning like we used to, since it is a mukbang, so we'll get past that also. And this is the same, not the same day, but the next day after the last one, since I guess I can do a rad video every day in a row, like I did last month, because I feel like we're kind of like lagging behind by like what's going on. So I kind of want to like just rapid fire a few out at the end of the month if I can. So here we are, getting back to back rad videos. But we can just get straight to it. I don't know how we're gonna get like an hour, because this is 57 minutes. An hour out of this story. Like, how in depth are we actually going to be, or are we going to be talking about other stuff as well? Who knows?
Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today we are back with another mukbang. Woo!
So as usual, we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead to once they actually start talking about the topic. Like, maybe around here is when it starts, or at 5. I might have, like, cut more, because I think she's going to, like, talk about something and then start eating this burger, and then we'll cut out of that.
I want to try a bite of this burger before we get into today's story, because have you seen this video on TikTok? It's like the craziest thing. It's this building that you waltz right into, and it's like a factory of streamers. Back-to-back people just in there. They have ring lights set up. It's like a factory of streaming. Instead of making
about the Chinese streaming factory?
Yes. Is that real?
I've seen videos.
No, I have mentioned this video and shown it off in one of these videos before. I don't know what video it was, but I have shown that exact video before somewhere. I don't know what Stephanie video it was. Maybe it could have been a Rotten Mango video. I don't know, but if you've been around and seen all of the Stephanie stuff, then you have heard me talk about that at some point.
It's like a burger.
Oh, I was like, what's going on there? I thought she was like applauding him, but now she's just talking about the burger. And I don't know why it didn't come to mind yesterday. So if you're watching this video, you didn't watch yesterday's video about the girl who dated the guy and lost 4 million for dating him story, you need to go watch that, because I'm about to talk about something that has to do with that. And I'll talk about how she's addicted to like body modification, you know, plastic surgery or what have you, and maybe she needs help for that. But there's literally a movie, which I don't know if anyone wants to watch that, called Repo, the Genetic Opera. I don't know if I should be suggesting it or not. But that movie's literally about kind of the like obsession with body modification, question mark. You maybe like water it down to just being about that. But that is like related to yesterday's video tangentially, just because, again, the addiction to plastic surgery, and essentially plastic surgery is what that movie revolves around, just kind of like a gothic horror film. Though by gothic, I don't mean like medieval times, I mean like gothic as in like alternative music, fashion, etc. So again, a goth rock kind of like movie. It's a musical as well. So I mean, if you don't like musicals, that's a thing. But yeah, it's a horror musical about that's set like in the, I don't know if it's far future, near future, because it's like slightly futuristic. It's in the new future about like just body modification, plastic surgery, being obsessed with it, etc. So yeah, I don't know why that didn't come to mind. It didn't come to my mind until after I had already uploaded, like recorded and uploaded the video. I was like, oh, I should have talked about Repo, because I loved Repo as like a teenager, like an edgelord teenager. So just thought I'd mention that. Hold on, let me bring up the movie poster for that actually. But here is the like movie poster, whatnot for that. You can see the actors there, and Paris Hilton is in there if you like her or don't like her. But yep, just thought I would talk about that, suggest it if you haven't seen it. Again, I would love this movie as an like an edgelord teenager, because it kind of like feeds into that kind of thing, just like gothic horror, body horror, yada yada yada. But yeah, like actually back to the actual main story. Again, I just needed to mention that because did not think to mention it in the video. It was actually relevant to yesterday.
But before we get into that building, there's a different building in China that you can walk right into, and the dogs start barking. No, I'm kidding. Okay, not that again. But you walk into this building, and your whole life changes for the better. You become rich, successful, famous, and you're like, what? Is this the freaking Illuminati? Like, sign me up, but also how? No, it's better than the Illuminati. It's a Chinese live streamer conference where they teach you how to become the next biggest live streamer. So imagine there's like an academy for becoming a YouTuber, or an academy for becoming a Twitch streamer, or a TikToker. Is that just a hype house? There's something crunchy inside, very meaty.
So is whatever she's talking about a scam, or is this actually real in China? Because obviously it just sounds like very scammy, but who knows? Question mark. Or is this just like where everyone goes, and that's just how everyone just becomes famous in China? Question mark. Is that how yesterday's girl got famous? Went to streamer camp and came out with like a gajillion followers?
You walk in, and they teach you how to become a big streamer. And it's alleged that the biggest streamer in China during their entire career has made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Sure, but you just have to take them for the word.
Which is insane. Like, what is in their water over streaming? Now there's academies that you can go to where they teach you how to be that streamer.
You're talking about the online selling people?
Yeah! It's genuinely just QVC, but a lot more aggressive.
Yeah.
Why is it so aggressive?
Aggressive?
I'd be down with that. Again, I mentioned before, I guess because this video's so old, we're getting into like old topics that we've already discussed about, like, the streamer facility, the QVC streamers and whatnot. Like, I'm down for that. Because I said, like, I loved QVC, HSN, right? Home Shopping Network. Loved that growing up. Watching, again, Christmas in July. Loved Christmas in July. Like, July comes around during summer, and it's like, oof, yes. Just getting to see toys and toys and toys on QVC or HSN. I don't know which one it was, or if it was both of them, but oof, just chef's kiss for Christmas in July. Again, that's why in the past, which of course I don't think anyone who's around now saw any of this or knows about it. I mean, I have like, how many videos do I have? Like 4,000? I have like 4,000 videos of backlog. So the videos are still there, but like Christmas in July is why I made the series Horror in July, where I played horror games in July, obviously, as like a kind of like opposite of Christmas in July for the channel, but still like homage to Christmas in July. Granted, it's nothing different. It's just me sitting there playing horror games. But yeah, I forgot to do that this year. I'll maybe like try to remember next year. But October is like 3 days plus from now. So I'm going to try to do horror stuff, but again, moving, like, I don't know if when that's gonna happen or what. If we have time for that, I don't know. Hopefully it's not too big of a deal, and I can just like immediately start doing that in October, because I'm probably gonna play Phasmophobia and maybe Dead by Daylight. I mean, I hate Dead by Daylight, but I might play it for October. What else do we got? I kind of want to play Evil Within 2, even though I've watched people play it, but that was like, what, 10 years ago? It's been so long that I was like, I can do that. Still Wakes the Deep is on Fanatical right now in a bundle. I could grab that if anyone wants to see that. Granted, I mean, I kind of don't really want to spend money. But anyways, we'll get off that tangent. I don't know if anyone really cares about me discussing what potential horror games I could be playing or doing next month. At least, I don't know if anyone cares of me not talking about that stuff in a Stephanie video. This is about Stephanie's
Aggressive?
topic.
Yeah.
What do you mean aggressive? So remember when we were in Korea a few years ago? We walked into a clothing shop and we saw a girl trying on clothes. Someone was like streaming her. Do you remember or no? She was trying on different outfits and someone was she was live streaming.
I completely forgot how I got onto the topic. But yeah, the QVC stuff, like, I would be down to be like, hey, here's this product. Call this number to buy it. And then next. So yeah. Wouldn't mind doing that kind of stuff.
She's selling clothes.
Oh,
Maybe.
the Chinese girls.
Yes, at this Korean clothing store. And the owner was happy about it because she's basically everything she tries on, she will show the feature, the length, the size, the condition, the color, and then they tell them the price. And then people will buy it online. And they will ship it out. But she was online selling for this Korean store in Korea.
I guess our something to compare would be like the 10 things on Amazon you didn't know you needed TikToks.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger in China to do these like online selling streams, right?
So one thing they say
Yes.
is that the Chinese transportation system is a lot more developed, to the main cities at least.
Okay.
So it's very fast. So if you place an order, you can receive it the same day or tomorrow. You know, Amazon Prime is getting there, but in China that's very common for any stores. So even if you have an eBay store, you can sell it and people can get it next day. So it's very
I was like, I could have sworn like Amazon Prime is like, well, I guess not everything is like same day. A lot of it is just like next day. But there is a lot of stuff that is just instantaneous. Granted, this is 3 years ago, possibly 3 to 4 years ago, because it says 3, so it could be anywhere between 3 years and 4 years. So maybe Amazon has gotten better since then. I don't know because I haven't had Amazon/Amazon Prime. Well, I haven't used Amazon, and I haven't had Amazon Prime for quite a while now. We did have it for a decent amount of time, but money, man, right? So haven't had it in a while.
convenient.
But China's so big. Holy
Very developed in terms of delivery.
They have these streamer academies, and they even have streamer factories, and it's exactly what you pictured. Like, instead of factories that make clothes or like the newest iPhone that you're watching this on, there are factories in China where aspiring streamers go, they get a ring light, a phone to borrow, clothes to wear, and things to sell. So you just make commission off it. Like, you don't have to put any money into the business. You don't have to like buy your own camera or buy your own anything. They have it all set up. Like, they have a backdrop set up for you. They have the clothes that you can make commission off set up for you, and you just go in and you start selling it.
That's wild.
It's wild. They just immediately start streaming. I know you're like, okay, I'm sure that's not the norm. Not really, though. And I feel like this is the low-grade version that's been going viral on TikTok. But apparently in China, and sometimes even Korea, there are massive talent agencies. We heard about this when we were in Korea. It was mind-blowing for us. We went there for some sort of like weird work thing, and it was just weird. But there are agencies where you think that the streamer or YouTuber in Korea that you're watching is in like a random room of their house. But in reality, they are filming in a set in their agency's big corporate office. And they have like assistants running around to help these people film and set up and like bring the next thing that they're filming. It's so interesting.
Sure, I mean, it isn't that crazy. I mean, I'm guessing she's just saying that because they have all these different sets that they put together in their house, but there's buildings that are just dedicated to just having fancy rooms and themed rooms in them that you can just go to and just do whatever you want. Well, I don't know if you do everyone. I think the thing I'm talking about usually has to do with doing cosplay and then taking photo, like doing a photo shoot in these buildings. But I'm assuming you can use them for the same thing, right? Granted, I don't ever been to one. I don't know anything about them other than there's buildings out there that are just full of different themed rooms in them to go shoot pictures in. So can you just like go to one of those things and just do a live stream? In the same vein as these QVC streamers.
Now let's get back to the Streamer Academy. I'm going to show you some clips, and it's just back bizarre. The instructor gets on stage with a mic, and it's very much giving real estate investment course vibes. Do you know what
Also, who is this girl that we're going to talk about? 'Cause is she Chinese or Korean or what? Or is she even like Asian? Question mark. Because if this is like, because we're talking about Chinese stuff right now, how is this not in the Chinaverse? This video was not in the Chinaverse playlist, which I was kind of worried that playlist wouldn't have every single video, and also obviously it doesn't have the newest video. I had to go look for those myself whenever we're done with the playlist, but now I'm kind of worried that we missed a lot. So if I missed a bunch of like China related videos from the Chinaverse, let me know if you somehow just know like every single Chinaverse video by heart. Then yeah, just let me know if I missed anything, because we're still, I think, 8 videos away from finishing that Chinaverse playlist that I've been using. But yeah.
What I'm talking about, but the guy with the mic is like, repeat after me. The first element of a super live streamer is a strong mind. Repeat it.
Strong mind.
Second element, strong desire for money. Repeat. They start repeating it. Third
A strong mic or what? So a strong mic, or was it strong mind?
element, self-discipline. And they're like getting up, pumping their fists in the air, screaming self-discipline. Like, fuck me up, bro. This is like the most depressing I've ever seen in my life. So the guy with the mic is up there, and he's essentially screaming at these people to repeat after him all these things about how to become a super live streamer. And I feel like it's comical at first glance, but when you start watching the video and the interviews that these students, these conference attendees are giving, it's pretty depressing. Like, one of them was an entrepreneur and a business owner, and she lost everything like 3 months ago. Her whole company went under. She is in so much debt. She can barely pay rent, and she is paying money to come to this course because somebody told her that it was a paradise for entrepreneurs. And she said, and I quote, and this was so sad, she is here to get her first bucket of gold. The way that the live streaming that they're teaching at this conference, I think in China that there's so many categories of live streaming, very similar to the US. So you have the Twitch gamers, right? China has gamers. You have the ones that like to chit chat or do reaction videos. China has those too. But there is a huge niche of salespeople. That's just their whole shtick. Like, that's all they do. They don't really talk to you about their lives. They don't really chit chat with you. There's not really a personal relationship. Think of it as like a live streaming QVC.
But they're
Yeah, again, I haven't seen anything like this, but that it does sound cool. Again, just because of the interest that I had in that kind of stuff as a kid.
but people actually love them.
I know, it's kind of crazy.
There's a huge personal
Yeah.
relationship. The top.
But I've never seen any of these kind of things. I mean, obviously, because I don't. Where like, what is this? Douyin? Because is that Douyin the only thing they use to stream, or can you? Because I don't know if you can use WeChat or Weibo or whatever the heck to stream on it. So I don't know if like Douyin's the only way to, or the main way to stream in China. If so, then yeah, obviously I'm not seeing any of this stuff because I don't know if there's any like Western equivalent to QVC live streaming. I don't know if I would like really be watching. I feel like I would just rather go watch QVC, assuming it still exists, or HSN, specifically in July. Which now I'm thinking about it. How much in trouble would I get if I just reacted to QVC live, like just live stream myself watching QVC / HSN in July, like the Christmas in July stuff. I might think about that if I remember that next year. I'll think about doing that.
Streamers are the shopping people. So every year that there's the Chinese Singles Day sale, it's like the Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell like millions on millions and millions of dollars.
So
Just one person.
I was talking to someone who works in like talent management or whatever, and you know how Amazon has been doing those live stream sales events with influencers?
Like
Nope. This was 3 years ago. Never heard of that.
the Chinese one? Oh.
It never
Okay.
does as well as China. So people are hoping that America's just a little bit late and then it's going to catch on, right? And we're suddenly going to be taken over by sales live streams like QVC. But they were saying that the speculation behind the people behind it, not Amazon per se, but the people that study trends and stuff, they don't think America's going to get on it because America has a very different relationship with salespeople than China does.
Is that why?
So they said that in America, they don't really like when all you do is just sell them stuff right back to back to back. Because it feels like you're just watching a loop of an ad. So they said it's a little bit different in China where people want to know the specs of an item, they want to see reviews and stuff, but here they don't really want that. Which is very interesting. But anyway.
Yeah, again, 3 years ago, I have not seen a single Western QVC person, QVC streamer, HSN streamer. So clearly, it has not caught on? Question mark.
That's what they're teaching at this freaking academy, and it's just straight QVC stuff. They go there, they have to learn how to find interesting products that their viewers will like, and then go contact the manufacturers, find out how to get some commission on these things. It's very intense. And the whole time, the guy up there with a mic is just screaming at these people. And 80% of the students that are there are in debt. They're there to try to like jumpstart a new career, make money to pay off all their debt and pay rent. And the freaking guy on the stage has them standing up and screaming affirmations. They're literally standing there going, I am a super live streamer. I have tons of viewers who make crazy purchases. I am a super live. I'm a deal maker. My live streams will be viewed thousands of times. That's literally what they are paying for. Then he called.
Yeah, they're freaking out too much. Gonna end up hurting each other. But this just looks like the exact kind of like scam things you would go to in America, right? Like, was it BitConnect or whatever the heck it is? That meme from a billion years ago? That was exactly the same thing, just some guy shouting at you to, like, I don't know, not necessarily make your life better, but, like, become successful. And it was for Bitcoin, wasn't it? It's just the same, like, similar thing as that. Just go to these kind of like convention center rooms and go to one of these shows, question mark, and get hyped up and scammed. Of course, you assume like maybe some of these people actually make it, because it's just all luck based. But you'd have to assume a lot of these people are just getting screwed over and then in debt and in big trouble.
Calls the students onto stage and has them screaming into their mic their affirmations and also like sales scripts. And one of them is just to straight up guilt trip people. He's like, no, stop selling the product, sell your sob story. And one of the women up there goes, my husband doesn't come home until midnight and I have 5 kids that I have to feed. I have to wake up at 5 in the morning to take them to school and my life has been really hard. Please support me by buying this eye cream. Thank you. This is what they're straight up teaching at the academy. Nobody was even trying any freaking eye cream. The trainer straight up gets a girl on stage and she's telling the crowd that she's selling masks for $6. Like, it's like 99 masks for $6.
99 masks?
I think like face masks,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
And she's so shy. And the guy tells her on the big speaker, not good enough. You need to tell people, you need to tell us that you're a mom of 3 kids. You need to tell us that you're gonna lose everything unless you sell all those masks, because what you did is you bought all the inventory of those masks and they're sitting in your garage and you're about to get evicted tomorrow.
Sorry, but I had to cut there. But I wanted to say something anyways, though.
Those masks, because
I'll
what
let
you
it talk
did
a
is
little
you
bit longer.
bought all the inventory of those masks and they're sitting in your garage and you're about to get evicted tomorrow. He literally said, sell the misery. So she.
No, it's like, does that work? I guess, does that work in China? Because I feel like throwing a pity party over here wouldn't work. Because people like to do that. Some people like to do that a lot. There's been instances in the influencer scene where people have done that and it has the opposite effect, right? It's like you kind of like throw yourself under the bus acting that way, you know, like boohoo, give me money, right? I think over here you have like the opposite happens. And maybe there's, in some instances, if you're parasocial enough, it'll work, but a lot of times people just get upset with you if you try to do that. Yeah, like what would I say? Like, boo-hoo, I'm having trouble moving. Please become a member. I beg you. Yada yada yada. You know, right? Something like that. Obviously, I'm just joking, right? I'm not being serious, but yeah, I feel like that wouldn't fly over here. That kind of sale pitching.
She gets up there and she's like, my husband left me and I have car loans and a mortgage that I'm behind on. I've got 3 kids I need to feed. They eat nothing but corn and bread all day. So I have to sell these.
Oh, man.
No, what to say? One of the students said, after this program, what I learned was to be a super live streamer, you need to have confidence, positive attitude, and no sense of shame. But like, is it worth it? At what price? Because if you think that there is drama in the American streamer world, you're not wrong. There is so much drama in the American streamer world, right? But there is equally as much drama in the Chinese streaming world. And there have been quite a few scandals that have made it to international hemispheres of everybody has been talking about it. I've even seen this picture. I didn't quite know the full in-depth story, but I saw this picture right here. There is
I feel like I've seen the picture, but it might have just been because I've seen the thumbnail.
a huge live streaming platform in China called...
Douyu.
Yeah. How'd you know? How'd you know that was what I was gonna say?
I know this.
You know this? It is one of the biggest live streaming platforms in China. There is on there a person that is referred to as Your Highness Chao Bilo.
Yep.
Yes, I'm gonna call her Miss B. And it sounds like she's the top streamer, right? Because why is she Your Majesty, Your Highness? No, that was her username. So this woman has tens of thousands of subscribers, which, don't get me wrong, you know, she's not the queen of the platform, but she wasn't a household name, but she's doing well for herself. That is until she went viral. And everyone in China practically wanted to jump her for some reason. And you're like, why? What did she say? Is she a disgusting human? Is she racist? What happened? Did she punch a cat in the face? Well, first let's talk about Miss B. Miss B was allegedly born in 1990, which would make her
Okay, so we're just going full backstory. She loves to do this, like spending, an hour on the backstory before like the 5 minutes of what actually happened. Though what she's doing is pretty normal, I feel like. I feel like actually a lot of maybe even just like I don't know if it's just a Asian thing or what. I don't know. I feel like that's when you see this a lot more where it's like guy has filter on to look like a girl, but it accidentally like glitches out for a second. You see that it's a guy, or just uh, people in general or girls in general having these filters on and live streaming, and you can like kind of tell just from this slight flicker because it looks weird. It's kind of warbly and whatnot. I feel like so many people are doing that, or at least back in 3 years ago. I don't know if people are still using a lot of filters when they're live streaming now. But like I was saying, I think this is pretty normal in this era to just have that. So it's not like she was doing anything abnormal.
32 now, right? I mean, she was kind of this ordinary girl. Nobody thought that she would become the next Angelina Jolie or anything. She was just very shy. People refer to her as being soft-tempered, very sweet, has a cute little voice, and that's how everyone describes her. Her aspiration in life was to become an English teacher in her small little village. And everyone was like, you got this, it's gonna be amazing, and you're gonna live the rest of your life, you're gonna find a husband. Maybe it's your neighbor, maybe it's your cousin, we don't know, it's a small village, okay?
Whoa.
Not a lot of contenders. And she, as shy as she was not happy with this. She wasn't happy with just living the rest of her life teaching motherfucking English in her small hometown, coming home, cooking, cleaning, rinse and repeat. She wanted more. She wanted to see the world. She wanted excitement. So after college, Miss B starts working as an intern at a local advertising company. She's trying to make a name for herself. She gets into the media world, the internet sphere, and she's just another face in the horde of office workers. There's so many of them. Nobody knew that she was about to be one of the most well-known streamers in the country for the worst reasons.
Sure. Before we get to that, these things, I don't know what they are. I want to say a cannoli, but I feel like I'm going to sound dumb if that's not what it is. But like the cream or whatever the heck this is on the inside, like what is that? So I feel like just having this thing just filled with this substance, like how unhealthy is this? Like whatever is inside, is it just cheese? If it's just cheese, then is it actually not as bad as I'm thinking? Or is it just like 6,000 calories of just the unhealthiest substance known to mankind inside these things? Because I don't actually know.
But nevertheless, April 2018, Miss B is like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna freaking do it. I'm gonna start live streaming. I've been working part-time at a company called Panda Live. Panda Live.
That's Wang Sisong's company.
Mm.
That's his streaming company. During that time, there's like a freaking 100 different streaming platforms in China. Like every.
Has she talked about Wang Sitong at this point 3 years ago? Because I don't know when we got this Wang Sitong. And did his streaming service go under, or is it still up? I feel like it went under at some point. Or was it just a gaming thing he was doing?
Trying to make it.
Yeah.
And Panda was doing well for a few years, and then went bankrupt.
How?
Okay, yeah, it did go bankrupt.
Competition.
She was working part-time there, right? A real company. And she just wanted to do something bigger, something more fulfilling. So she registered an account as Her Majesty Chow Bi Lao. And she starts gaming. She was kind of an instant hit in her own niche. She had this she didn't show her face. There was always like this avatar that covered her face, like a little gif, her little gif. And she had the sweetest voice. And she would play these insane shooter games. So the juxtaposition of her just fucking killing people on the game, but like the sweetest, softest, most angelic voice, like the type of voice that Den would drool over, and I would be like, like that kind of voice. A lot of guys, her like main demographic were guys. She was very much
Sure.
giving sweet girl. In comparison,
I feel like a lot of girls that's just their demographic. Because you see a lot of times, well, it's mostly like VTubers posting their demographics online, and it's just 98% male, question mark, maybe even more than 99% male. I think my demographic is like balanced out. I've talked about it before, but it used to be just, I'm pretty sure it was like the normal thing, which was like mostly guys. But once I started doing the drama stuff and the Stephanie stuff specifically, the drama and the tragedy. I don't want to say tragedy because that sounds messed up, but like the drama stuff, the tragedy stuff, the incident stuff, I guess. It like I mentioned before, it became like just mostly female. I still have the picture here the screenshot that I took. Uh, is that it? Yeah. So this was my demographic. I don't know, earlier in the year. I think it's 50-50 now, but you can see like this is crazy. Like 81% female. I guess just again, just love the Stephanie stuff, I'm guessing. But I think it's equalized out. It might even be probably like more male now. Like I'm worried to like go check. So I haven't checked in a while. Like I can maybe do it off camera right now. Let me just check and get like disappointed. But I just checked, and surprisingly, pleasantly surprised. I mean, just because it's like a badge of honor to be like, oh, look how many, uh, you know, my demographic is like mostly female. There's like nothing weird about that. It's just everyone always is talking about how like they have no female audience, and like mine is right now 68%, assuming everyone is telling, I'm not gonna say telling the truth, but like actually being accurate with their stats. But I don't know how YouTube even checks that stuff. Like, how does it even know? Does everyone just have to pick something when they make a YouTube account? Question mark. Yeah, it's 68% female, and the age is my age demographic for everyone. Obviously, they don't. It doesn't split those. Is between 18 and 44. That's the chunk of age as well. So we're actually going back up. So we're almost like nearly back to 70% female. So hello everyone. Hello to my female demographic. Again, like it was already this high for a while. So yeah, it's just like, wow, you actually have a majority female where everyone else usually has like 99% male. So I would assume like stuff like makeup maybe or things like that would have like 100% female, like or maybe it's like a few male demo. But yeah, we'll stop talking about this. I just wanted to check and see what it is now. But yeah, it's back up to almost 70 now.
I am giving screeching chipmunk getting run over by a car with a mouthful of nuts. It's giving roadkill vibes over here.
Hey.
Yes. Some people like that.
I don't know who likes that, but don't be so hard on yourself.
He's like, hey, I'm just saying hi. But her voice was pure angelic. Her voice with the contrast of the intense shooting, I mean, it got her so many clicks. And at first, she never showed her face. Like I said, she covered it with a GIF because she was scared it was going to interfere with her personal career, her work. She just wanted to live stream for fun, right? But when she started getting more and more attention, everyone kept asking her, when are you going to show your face? When is the face reveal? Give us like one freaking photo. That's all we need. We're going to stop bothering you. Just like give us a little peek, right? It's not that
I don't even know how you do that on a computer. I'm assuming, well, she has to do it on the computer, right? She's playing video games. Like, how do you apply a filter to your face in real time on the computer? Yep, says the guy using a VTuber model. But I don't know what app does that in real time. Like how this does this in real time. I guess it's technically the same thing, right? Just the filters being applied. It's just I feel like you're at more of a risk, obviously, which she was doing something like that than just doing this, because you're never gonna, the camera's never gonna show your face doing a VTuber, right? But at any moment the app could glitch or crash or what have you, and all of a sudden the filter is no longer being applied.
that big of a deal. I mean, it's just a face, right? We all have faces. Do you have a face? Show us your fucking face, right? And so she's like, hey, I don't want to show you my face because I'm really shy. And again, I don't want it to interfere with my personal career. However, I am going to release one photo on my other social media account. So it's not, while I'm live streaming, but it's going to be like on her Instagram, for example.
I didn't know that. She showed her face?
So she posted a picture of herself. I'm like, she's like, oh my god, the hoe's gonna love this, right?
Sure. What is the kanji saying here? This almost looks like the word for death, but I don't think it is. So like, what is being said there?
No, really. Not only was her voice so sweet and soft, everyone said she looked so pure. This is the picture. Pure. I hate when people say that. Like, you look so...
It looks like a drawing, though, is a problem. It looks like a painting rather than an actual person. Looks like a painting of a person, which is probably because of the filter.
Pure. She has like the tiniest little face. She's got the sharp V line, which is very much conventionally beautiful in Eastern Asia.
You have a U line.
U-line like the shipping company. Motherfucker. Her face was like the cutest little face, and that's what everyone was saying, and most of her viewers were guys, they went crazy for these pictures. They were foaming at the fucking mouth. They were like hyenas ready to jump on a girl. They were literally, they looked like they had rabies, okay?
Yeah, the parasocial stuff that I mentioned yesterday.
That's what these boys were out there doing. She had this one picture of herself wearing pigtails.
So she is hiding her face, so you can't tell that what she looks like still. It's cute, though. Is the filter being applied here too? Because it's pretty skinny. Again, needs to eat the mashed potatoes, like I said yesterday.
And the hoes went nuts. Okay, they went nuts. And now with every stream that she was doing, everyone was demanding that she show her face. Like, please, we love you. We'll die for you. Grace us with your face reveal now, your princess, your highness, your majesty, Mrs. B. And she would just cheekily say, I'll show my face when I get to $15,000 in donations. Or if you want to meet with me in person for a one-on-one, you personally can donate
15,000? 15,000 is a lot of money. Like, face reveal 15,000. Where's my 15,000?
$15,000 to me and I'll go on a date with you, okay? Like a coffee date with you. Just very reasonable stuff. And she's like, only if you can afford it, of course. She's very sweet. Which, side note, the donations on Chinese live streaming websites, they do not play. I'm not a huge Twitch person, but I know that there's like a few tiers of subs, right? But Daoyu has 121 levels of subs.
What?
Like different classifications. And to get to the highest, you have to have donated $720,000 or more.
Jeez. But some people do it though.
And this becomes a big thing on the platform. Like, you know, if you hear about the prettiest girls on the stream, that you almost want to up the other people. Like, you want to up the other guys that are donating. That's how to get the prettiest girls' attention. So anyway, Mrs. B is like, once I get $15,000 in donations, I'm gonna show my face. So everyone starts telling their friends like, hey, this is like the prettiest girl ever. She's gonna be like the next biggest thing. She's gonna be the next biggest streaming star. But she's not showing her face until we all get to $15,000. So we all need to take one for the team. Like, I'll donate 50, you donate $50, you donate 50. And suddenly, Mrs. B starts getting more traction. Other streamers want to stream with her. And in 2019, she was doing like a little collab. She was streaming with another girl. Let's call her Q, right?
So this is a while ago, like 6 years ago now, right?
And Q asks Miss B, like, why do you always block your face when you stream? I don't show my face now. I can't. I'm gonna show it when I get to $15,000 in donations.
I want to know what this is. Can I tell what or who that is? No. Yeah, I can't tell what this, like, who's this supposed to be. Like, if it's from an anime or something, I don't know who this is. The purple, especially, is like throwing it off. Maybe it's like custom? I don't know.
I don't show my face now. I can't. I'm gonna show it when I get to $15,000 in donations.
Though she has to be careful. That's probably like, it probably doesn't feel good to stream for like extended periods of time because she has to stay still and not move to make sure that her face doesn't, you know, go to the sides and get exposed. Since the box doesn't cover the entire area, she can't really move around too much.
And then later on in the stream, we don't know what happened for sure, but some people think it was some sort of live streaming bug. Okay? You know where this is going, right? But the face that was covering Miss B, the GIF.
Okay, well, I was just talking about this. So she wasn't actually using a filter, and the filter failed. Her image just glitched out and went away, I'm guessing.
Vanished. Just out of
And then we have her actual face.
nowhere. And Mrs. B's face was revealed in front of all the viewers, and everyone was stunned. I think there was a couple of seconds where the chat went silent. There was no chat. There was no reaction. Everyone was fucking confused because this is what they thought that she was going to look like because she herself released these pictures saying,
Again, it looks like a painting, so...
this is me. But instead, this is who they were seeing on the screen.
But they were still talking, the two girls.
Oh, I'm about to get into that.
Okay.
So
my
don't get me wrong. I think regardless, Miss B is beautiful. Like, she clearly has no makeup on in here, but you can see that she has a beautiful smile. She's pretty. Her skin is glowing. But she doesn't really look like the picture. I guess everyone was confused because she looked a lot older than the picture. She looked not even remotely close to the picture. Everyone was just stunned. But the problem is, and I died of secondhand embarrassment. I'm cringing right now thinking about it. You know, Miss B, when she's talking, it's not like she's wearing a mask. You know, the computer's doing the work. So she thinks that the face covering GIF is still there. So she keeps talking. She keeps talking about how she's a face streamer. You know what that is?
Known for being pretty.
Yeah, like
Yanzhi.
yeah, like pretty privileged girl, like
yeah, she
vibe.
said I have pretty privilege.
Yeah, she was pretty much like saying that, and her face was revealed, so it was just
At the same time, coincidentally? Are we going to say that really was a coincidence, or was it staged? I was saying like yesterday's thing was staged, but that was like semi a joke, obviously, saying like whatever, like the thing that happened between the girl and the guy. What were we referring to her as? I don't know. He was Han. I don't remember what she was referring to her as. Z, Q, because it's just random letters a lot of the time. I don't remember what we were calling her. But we'll call her Repo just because I was talking about Repo the Genetic Opera. Repo and Han, I was saying that was like fake, right? And by like her trying to boost him up, I think there's like a slight misunderstanding. I was saying that with that joke that the whole thing was fake. She never got pregnant or any of that. They weren't together. They weren't in love? Question mark. Like this, the entire thing was staged, and like all of that was just done to give him a platform? Question mark. Of course, that sounds crazy. I know, but that was just what I was saying at the end of yesterday's video. And now we talked about it long enough. What was I even talking about? Oh, the fact that her image just happens to disappear when she's talking about being, you know, a face streamer, pretty whatever she was saying. Are we really going to say that's just a coincidence, or is it staged? Am I just going to be like the staged guy and just say everything is staged now? It's all fake?
Just like very secondhand embarrassment is what people thought it was.
But the fact that it still went on for like a minute, like
yes.
Probably 5 minutes.
Yes, just talking about how she's all about her looks. Like people like her because she's so pretty. And yeah, she just kept talking about it. And the other streamer, Q, is trying to subtly tell her that her filter is gone, right? And Q honestly did a good job. When Miss B's filter went away, you can see that there's a split moment where she seems shocked, but she tries to hide it. She doesn't seem like, I'm gonna react. She's very much like, okay, calm down, right? Let me figure out how to do this.
Q's pretending that Miss B has like a different filter on right now. She has like a deformed filter.
Like an old person filter.
Yeah. So she's not trying to say like, oh, is this what your face looks like? She's trying to say, oh, do you have something else on right now? So she's trying to play it off like, and then Miss B caught on. And Miss B say, oh, yeah, I have an old people filter on right now.
And you can see her very nervous when it clicks in her head. And she keeps saying like, yeah, like the old person filter. You get it, right?
Okay. And where does that go?
There's another part that's really famous. She was like, when her filter came off, she was still kind of flirting with the chat apparently.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? She was like, oh my god, you guys are so bad. You want to see my
boobs?
You want to see my boobs? You guys are so bad, so bad. Like she's just like flirting really hard.
She was checking her screen and there was one of the top donators. It's like Twitch where they have a ranking of the top subs. And he was on the very top. Like, this is the guy that's spearheading this whole $15,000 donation thing, right?
Okay. Don't tell me he's going to do a chargeback. Like, the thing that every content creator dreads. Well, I think it's more of a Twitch thing. I don't know if you can charge back on YouTube. Probably. I mean, I don't really know, because I've gotten three donations. Yeah, three donations ever since doing this. So I don't know if you can get a chargeback on YouTube. Question mark. But yeah, like, people do not want to get charged back, especially if they go to PayPal. Which, I guess, if you're doing YouTube, they don't go to PayPal, they go to AdSense, and then AdSense goes to wherever you want it to go, which can be your bank. Because if you're on Twitch and you have Twitch linked to PayPal and you get a chargeback, you get like screwed by PayPal, because they have to give the money back plus take more money out of you. So that's kind of like a way people used to, I don't know what word to use, attack, abuse streamers, is to donate like $100 and then immediately charge that back, so that PayPal punishes the streamer by taking money out. So if the streamer doesn't have any money and they get donated 100 and then immediately get that 100 taken away, and then PayPal tries to take money from them that's not there, I'm assuming that's going to be like a huge fiasco for them. But if they barely have any money and they're like living paycheck to paycheck, this happens and they get the chargeback, and then they have to pay the interest or whatever PayPal tries to do to you for getting charged back. That's like the money just being taken out. So it's like people can literally steal money from you. they can like just burn your money via chargeback on Twitch / getting donations that go through PayPal. So yeah, I don't know if that can happen on YouTube, because again, it goes to AdSense first, and then AdSense gives you the money to wherever you want it to go once you've reached $100. They don't pay you until you've accumulated $100.
He went dark. And his account just went offline in the middle of this stream because she looked nothing like what he thought, and he had donated his hard-earned money, his hard-earned paycheck. He said that without her, he couldn't even fall asleep. Like, he always had to watch her to fall asleep.
Yeah, it's in the parasocial stuff that you typically see with these. He said she was flirting with the chat, so I'm assuming she's giving the girlfriend treatment to her chat, like she's a girlfriend experienced streamer, question mark, kind of, or at least in that wheelhouse. So you have the parasocial stuff coming in where these guys are donating $1 bajillion, like pretending like this is like their girlfriend, like in their heads.
And now to know that he had donated to someone who didn't look like that.
People are saying it's the lying.
It's the catfishing.
Yeah, it's the catfishing.
It was just very cringe. The whole thing was just very cringe. Like, she genuinely catfished, got caught, but then still kept
Yeah, I didn't want to use the term catfish, but she's using the word catfish, catfishing.
going. And like, you know when people start digging their heels in the sand and they come up with the most bad excuse of it's an old people filter. That's what she was trying to do, just covering her tracks. And she's like, oh.
Isn't that like her friend, or at least her co-streamer excuse? And then she just went with it?
You know, the truth is, I purposely dressed old today so that I could do the old filter. She's like really going in. And the other streamer, Q, is so uncomfortable because she knows that this is cringe and she knows it's a lie. So she's just like, oh, wow. Like.
Okay, did she? Or did Q bring up the old thing or not? She says I guess she was just asking if she has some sort of filter on, and then she said she had an old filter. So maybe she was the one who said an old filter. Though I guess 3 years ago was before this time, but like quote unquote hags are like a huge, what is the word? Phenomena? That would be a huge phenomena on the internet the last couple years, 1-2 years, where everyone is just like obsessing over quote unquote hags, and by hags that just means if you're in your late 20s or early 30s, or just in your late 20s and up, you're considered a hag, and that is considered hot now, right? And men are going after quote unquote hags. I don't know how many times I'm going to say quote unquote hag, but yeah, there's like the whole phenomena with that. So she's in her 30s, so that's actually, it's in, is what I'm saying, to be in your late 20s and above, question mark, specifically your 30s and above. So she was just like before her time, kind of just like 3 years too soon that she accidentally face revealed. Because again, if this was like last year or this year, I feel like last year, was it like a big thing last year, or is it mostly, let's say last year. So if it was last year or this year, she might have been fine.
Yeah.
What I hate about hag, though, quote unquote hag, is like, what is the male equivalent? Because I feel like we've kind of turned the word hag into not derogatory anymore, with like the obsession with, again, quote unquote hag, that it's not derogatory anymore. It's like a compliment, or like not necessarily a compliment, but it's sexy is not the right word, but you get what I'm saying. Like, what is a male equivalent? Like geezer? Like, you can't make geezer sound hot. So I feel like we've like poison's not the right word either, but I'm gonna use the word poison the word hag to make it sound hot in that kind of like sphere where people are obsessed with that. But like, you can't use geezer. That's like, you can't make that word sound nice. Like silver fox, I think, is a way you would just say like an attractive older man, but that's too many words. Like, so I don't know, what would you use to do the same thing for like an older guy? Well, and by older guy I mean a guy who's in his late 20s and above / 30s and above. Because I feel like there is no equivalent to hag. I don't think haggard is like a male version. I don't think that's like the same thing. So, like, what is it? Because then Silver Fox is obviously supposed to be an attractive older male, but it's too many words, and it already existed as like a positive thing. I think, right? Or unless I'm crazy and Silver Fox doesn't actually mean that. And I'm saying something like completely ludicrous. But yeah, we need a male version of the word hag. I guess we could just use the word hag too, but I don't know. We need a word hag, and it can't be geezer because geezer is not. No, it's not good.
Yeah. And the other girl actually got a lot of shit for it. Q was dragged through the mud because people started harassing her, like, and Q was just trying to say, I don't know, like, I was just confused.
Yeah, she was just trying to save face, so I don't know why she got in trouble for that.
I felt like it was weird, so I didn't call her out on it. But Miss B did not give up. You would think that after this live stream, maybe she would delete her account. Maybe she would.
Couldn't she just be like, see guys, I was just using an old filter, and she would be using a you know, like a hot filter or something. She would actually be putting on a regular filter now, and to make herself look more conventionally attractive, question mark, just to try to like prove that like, hey, this is what I actually look like when before is what she actually looks like. So she could, if she's going to double down, she could do something like that. I'm guessing what might happen.
She would just go off the radar. Well, she comes back to the streams the next day, and she tells her viewers, hey, guys, don't freak out. I was just joking. I was just messing with you guys. I downloaded software to make myself look old, and, like, apparently it's really good software, and I did this specifically because I have a stalker, and I want him to think that I'm genuinely ugly. So it had to be very believable and convincible. I even dressed old, and if he thought that I was ugly, he would leave me alone in real life. And she flashed a picture on the screen, which was...
Sure, though, but... if this, like, what kind of stalker? Online or in real life? Because if in real life, he would know what you look like.
Heavily edited, and she also posted it onto social media, and she pretty much said on social media, this was her caption:
brothers, please don't leave. I won't block my face anymore, and I will show my boobs, okay?
She posted that, which I don't know. I understand, like, sometimes filters are weird, but this whole thing is weird. She was literally saying I was pretending to be ugly, and she's saying that about herself. That makes me kind of confused and sad about the whole thing. But the internet did not care. The whole situation goes viral because, I mean, of course it does. There's so much secondhand embarrassment. There's just so much going on. The clip of her not realizing her face blocking GIF was gone goes viral, and it sparks massive debate. It causes drama. Netizens found out that the pictures that she had released to begin with, saying this is what I look like, were stolen pictures. They were stolen from the internet. She had taken a...
Okay, so it's this person. They do look the same, but again, this looks like a painting, or there's like a slight drawing filter. It might just be the quality. Like, it's the quality. This is so low that it looks like a painting, and then this actually looks like a real person. But this is so blurred and faded that it doesn't look like a picture. It looks like a drawing.
Another girl's pictures and then photoshopped the shit out of it to claim that...
Okay, so that's why it looks weird, because it was photoshopped, and that's why it looks like a drawing, a painting.
It was hers, which up until this point, I feel really bad for Miss B, but then, like, this crosses the line, you know? Then other things start coming out about Miss B. One of...
I forgot to turn on the pen for this video. I mean, I haven't needed it yet, but I forgot to do it. Alright, there we go. We have it. It is now activated to be used.
One of her previous subs said, I started watching Miss B, and, you know, I thought she was a beautiful young lady. I saw the picture circulating online, her voice was beautiful, so I gave her some gifts. I gave her some donations, if you will. And then I stopped because, for my own reasons, I don't have to explain myself, but then she added me on WeChat. And she started asking and demanding for money as if I owed it to her.
What?
Is that true? Or is that a lie?
Which, like, fine. Okay, I feel for you, dude. That's uncalled for. But then he ends this post by saying, I'm so disgusted with myself, I can't even fall asleep at night thinking about the fact that I donated to this old grandma.
No.
Oof.
Her nickname was Grandma.
After this.
After that, yeah.
I'm wondering if she is,
I'm literally gonna cry.
still doing stuff, because she said that she was doing this on the Panda live streaming service, right? And of course we already know that went bankrupt. So is she on a different platform? Did she carry over her viewer base? Again, like, bad publicity is still publicity, so is she still popular? Again, not to reiterate, but quote unquote hags are in demand is kind of actually what I should have been saying earlier. They are in high demand, question mark. So if she's still around, she could be making bank, question mark.
And then it gets
I think
worse.
people are just pissed that she catfished.
Catfish, yeah.
Like if you came out like the fact that she constantly saying, "I'm so beautiful," I'm
I
this,
think so,
I'm
yeah.
that, I'm this, I'm that. That's messed up, you know?
I agree. Even if she was like, hey, when I get to 15,000 donations, I'll reveal my face.
Yeah.
That's fine. But definitely the, I'm so pretty. Like, people
Yeah.
like me because I'm pretty. A little much. It just really doesn't matter what you look like. The minute that you start saying people like me because I'm pretty, you're going to get dragged through the mud. It's just a thing, okay? So she starts screaming in her next live stream and attacking Q, who was on the stream with her when all of this happened. And she claims that this was all set up by Q to get fame and attention. Because she...
How would she turn her little picture off?
claiming that Q is the one that benefited the most from this. She got the press, she got the attention, and nothing bad happened to her, but
How? She literally got in trouble, too. People were throwing her onto the bus as well.
now everybody thinks Miss B is a grandma, even though she's not a freaking grandma. Miss B straight up called Q a scheming little bitch. And that really started to rub people the wrong way. Because when they rewatched that clip, sure, in hindsight, there might have been better ways for Q to have reacted to the whole situation, but in the panic of the moment, you know, everyone thought that she did an okay job. She didn't look surprised or shocked. She tried to casually, you know, cover for Miss B and give her the hint that something weird was going on. And even after the incident, she immediately deleted the stream so that there was no
Really?
video proof. But people, of course, screen recorded it, right?
Yeah.
But she immediately deleted the whole interview. Now, that didn't stop Miss B from going around talking about how she's a trash human being. So she's just digging herself in her own grave. But she kept streaming, and her numbers got higher and higher.
Yeah, duh. Like I was saying, bad publicity is still publicity. So, again, I'm wondering, like, how is she doing now, especially with the hag epidemic going around? I know I keep saying that, but just to know that it's not a bad thing. Well, assuming it was a bad thing to begin with. Like, people are obsessed with quote unquote, you guessed it, hags. Now, I feel like I just like saying that word. That's why I just keep saying it.
And more people were tuning in just to see if something wild was going to happen. She went from...
Also, I just want a similar word for hag for men because, I don't know, I might be around that age group, so I want a cool name to use as well. Again, instead of hags, can't be called hag, right? I'm not a hag. I forget what else I was going to say too. Oh yeah, her still being popular. Of course she's going to get popular. Again, especially in nowadays.
From having tens of thousands of subs to over 300,000 subs. And she just had an exposure rate that was out of this world. Her
Though the problem is her, like, being mean. Maybe that's just going to be her thing now, is just be mean? I don't know.
video got like 700 million views across different videos. Half of China had heard of Miss B. She was even featured on news segments around the world. And her excuse on what happened started to get more and more bizarre. So she
Again, I think it was staged.
realized that not a lot of people were buying this old lady filter thing because they were like, then drop the app, drop the software. We want to do it too. We want to look like what you look like. Tell us exactly how you did it. Screen record the screen and do it again. The internet is ruthless. They will never let you get away with secondhand embarrassment. Like, you would think it's punishment enough. They're like, no, we want to hear you say it. So in later live streams, Mrs. B started saying, you know, I don't want to say this because I thought it was offensive and it would hurt her feelings, but you know the lady that you saw in that live stream that day? It was actually my mom. I was really busy with other things and like my work, so I was sitting on the side and I was talking, and my mom was sitting on the screen for me as like a place filler.
Isn't that kind of messed up though? Throwing your mom under the bus now? Just like anything and everything, any sort of liar excuse to get away with it, just like say, yeah, that was me. Deal with it. Like, why do you gotta keep making these excuses? I mean, unless that's like the point, right? This whole fiasco was all staged and she's trying to just keep letting this ball roll, like digging this hole forever because it's getting her more and more views and more publicity. Because otherwise, you'd just be like, yeah, that was me. Screw you. It was me.
Like a seat filler. I was just so busy that I was dubbing the video. And everyone was like, oh, what were you so busy with? And she went on to dig herself even deeper. She said, you know, this whole thing is so funny because I really don't even need to live stream. I'm not even doing this for the money or the donations. I just thought it would be fun. I'm the CEO of a self-made media company, and I have real estate holdings everywhere around the world. So, it's just part of the multi-million-dollar business empire. And honestly, this doesn't bother me that people think that I look like that, because obviously I don't think I look like that, and that's fine with me. It was just really intense. People did not care. They started mocking her online. People started tweeting and posting pics of themselves with their face blurred out, saying, I'll do a face reveal if I get 10 likes. Making fun.
Yeah. Face reveal if I get 8,000 billion dollars. Easy. I mean, I've done mass cam before, where you can just see my eyes. Like, that's something I don't have a problem doing, or even like doing again in the future, but I've gotten so into like making these things that I'd rather do that. But maybe someday, in a bajillion years, or if someone donates $1 million, you never know.
Fun of grandma. Yeah. And in the end, Miss B was banned from the live streaming app by the company. I don't know how they can do that, but they did. I don't know why they would do that. They're getting attention from all of this. It's so weird. Like, I don't think you would see that.
I think a lot of people want refund. That was the thing. All her community wants refund on their donation.
So they were really mad, and the company said that she had planned all of this as a whole publicity stunt to get 15.
Again, that's what I was saying. I thought it was a publicity stunt, because it's just so crazy. Especially the coincidence of the image dropping and her talking about being so pretty and all this other stuff and whatnot. Though if you say, hey, I'll do face reveal this, face reveal that, you're kind of setting the bar up to like you're never going to be you're never going to satisfy everyone with that face reveal. Some people are going to be like, wow, I don't like the way you look, right? Like, that's always going to happen, so you can't really escape that. Which is why, like, I don't know, I feel like I should never just do it anyways, because if I do it, like, I feel like there might be too much hate. Question mark? Or, like, no, I mean, there's not necessarily too much hate. It's not like I'm ugly. Not to, like, sound like this girl. Like, I'm not ugly, but I'm not, like, I don't know, a supermodel or anything. Maybe some people might think that, but I'm fine. It's just... like the expectation people will have will be too high, because you can never meet what people's expectations will be with that kind of stuff. So it's like not even worth it to like make a big deal out of it.
$15,000, so they banned her from the app. Yeah, they were like, you can't do this anymore. So then she went to another famous app called Bilibili. The first day that she joined, she was top 9th streamer on Bilibili.
Okay, she's on Bilibili now. Okay. I know about Bilibili. I don't know that it was a streaming service too, because Bilibili is just like a company. I feel like that just does a lot of stuff. Because I don't know if they make anime or they like support anime. There's a lot of like Chinese anime that will have like the Bilibili logo at the beginning of them, or like a Bilibili intro. And they might even be doing like trading cards. Do Bilibili have trading cards? Am I like crazy? Do they have like a hand in that? And maybe even like Beyblades? I don't think they have their hand in Beyblades, right? I wouldn't know. I know Hasbro is the one who does Beyblade stuff over here, right? What am I thinking of? Like a toy or a trading card is Bilibili? Or is it something else? It's not Bilibili, it's someone else, I think. Maybe I'll remember.
Billy, the first stream that she joined, but they quickly blocked her too. So you're like, wait, why? Did she start scamming people already? Did she get like $15,000? No, it's because Miss B was using bots to inflate the number of viewers on her first stream so that she could get into 9th place, and if it seemed like she was more popular, the sun just went out. The sun was like, goodbye, bitch. Yeah, she wanted to make it seem like she was still popular, because she felt like if she was popular, then more people would join and more people would like her, and her career could be salvaged. No.
But use bots, which means you should immediately get banned, depending on how that platform works, though. From what we saw at Twitch, right? Didn't Twitch do like a purge of bots and it like lost a gajillion viewership? Because it seemed like everybody in the grandma, even like the big streamers, were botting. Like everybody in their grandma was botting.
Miss B is banned from all live streaming apps for 5 years. And she tries...
Okay, oof, well, what can you do? I don't know if you can use YouTube over there. I feel like it's too under the control of the government, so I don't know.
Twitch!
Okay, no, so she can go to Twitch. I mean, of course you can go to Twitch, duh.
She's like, if they don't want me in China, maybe they want me in America. She comes to Twitch, nobody watches. So she gave up a little while and then she went to post a video. No. This was supposed to be like a documentary style video, you know, of her talking about her trials and tribulations. Her first debut video back with her calling herself grandma, right? And she was gonna show her face and talk about her life. And in the video, Miss B talked about how she was bullied and tormented by the internet and how that has spiraled her to get into this deep depression. People did not like the video. Everyone said that she was playing victim. You know, the problem wasn't how she looked, but she stole other people's faces, she pretended it was her, that's catfishing, and on top of that, she constantly bragged about how beautiful that she was, and she was very, very aggressive in pursuing people's donations. Like, she was harassing her viewers for money, which nobody wants that, right? So they're like, these are the reasons, and now she's hiding behind death threats and depression as a shield to protect her from what she did. That was like the online consensus. So that didn't go well. And for some reason, she tried to come back to the internet with a picture of herself and a caption that said, "Grandma is back." Netizens found out.
Okay, and it's just another. I mean, she could just have makeup on. I mean, she could actually look like that, right? Though, in that one picture, her eyes were really closed. I don't know if she was just blinking or what, or not, because I don't know if that's just what, like, how wide they are normally. That's not saying anything weird. I just don't know, like, what her eyes look like because they're closed. So, is that how big her eyes are normally, or no? Because you can easily achieve this look, right, without filters. Because, what was it? I don't know. Even further back, there's like videos of people, well, girls, like taking off their makeup, and they have like this tape that you would put on your face. And I don't know how it works, but like you have tape and you tape it in specific ways to shape your face down. And you could easily look like this. Even if your face looked nothing like this, you just tape it down, and then I guess foundation on top of the tape or what have you. And then blush, right? Like blush, foundation, lipstick, yada yada yada. On top of the tape that's molding your face, and you look perfectly fine, conventionally, quote unquote.
That this selfie, too, was stolen.
What?
And that was the final straw. Miss B deleted all her social media accounts and disappeared from the internet. Or did she?
I mean, there's still 20 minutes of this video left, so
We'll never really know. You know, she could be catfishing someone else right now. How would we know? But there's so much discourse about what happened. Like, do you think what she did was horrible? To what degree is it horrible? I mean, maybe it's
meh.
bad, but it's not the end of the world bad, right? Like, there's been worse people. Where is her moral character? Honestly, more than her catfishing, I think her demanding the freaking demanding donations and her just consistently trying to be like, I'm the most beautiful shit ever, is probably worse than the catfishing.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like demanding is bad. Her trying to throw the other girl under the bus, that was pretty bad. Those are probably like the worst things. The other stuff is like kind of like who cares unless you're parasocial and are like having mental issues because of the parasocialness, then that's kind of like on you. But other than that, eh.
Yeah.
I don't know, okay? Like, the fact that she's like, oh yeah, I have pretty privilege, I feel like that's worse, but I don't know. Maybe you're like, shut up, Stephanie. Not everything has to be a moral debate. It's a bizarre story. Because same, I don't really think I can say about how I feel about this. Personally, it's just so strange. No, this is not the first time that this happened. There's been tons of scandals everywhere, but specifically in Eastern Asia of...
I was going like, where is she going to go with this? Because there's still 20 minutes. I want to see this picture again because it must be a Chinese thing, right? Because yeah, because also no, that's Japanese. Like, so what is going on here? Because I saw this. Like, isn't that just girl? Because you have the word for like girl or female or whatever. I don't know. Shoujo maybe. And so young girl. And you have hiragana here. So this is Japanese. So like I'm confused on what's going on. Unless she posted these pictures and they found this person who happens to be Japanese, and they're like, oh, this is the actual person. This is who she's trying to be. Like she's pretending like this is her, but no, this is this person. And that's why there's Japanese down here, because it's actually a Japanese person, not her who is Chinese. I don't know. Well, let's assume this is Chinese, because I don't know if I was going to put the Chinaverse thing on this video, because I don't know if it takes place, but I think this is Chinese related tangentially, so I'll leave the Into the Chinaverse on the thumbnail for this video. Is all I was trying to get at.
Was horrible. To what degree is it horrible? I mean, maybe it's bad, but it's not the end of the world bad, right? Like, there's been worse people. Where's her moral character? Honestly, more than her catfishing, I think her demanding the freaking demanding donations and her just consistently trying to be like, I'm the most beautiful shit ever is probably worse than the catfishing.
Yeah.
I don't know, okay? Like the fact that she's like, oh yeah, I have pretty privilege. I feel like that's worse, but I don't know. Maybe like, shut up, Stephanie. Not everything has to be a moral debate. It's a bizarre story. Because I don't really think I can say about how I feel about this personally. It's just so strange. No, this is not the first time this happened. There has been tons of scandals everywhere, but specifically in Eastern Asia of online people not looking at all like their pictures or videos.
Sure, that's what I was saying at the beginning. This is like very common back then to have filters. Like she said, in Asia, to just filter your face, especially like guys doing it.
The live photoshopping filters on Chinese apps is one of the most insane magic I've ever seen in my life. Like if Harry Potter was around today, this is the type of magic that they would be producing at Hogwarts because it is literally magical. I don't even understand how it's insanity, okay? So there was a streamer who called herself a goddess and she always dressed like Aphrodite or something. She described herself as having big eyes and a small cherry mouth, right? And this is what she looked like when she was streaming.
Sure, though. It does look like something weird's happening here. I mean, obviously we have like the silly filter with the art above it. But I don't know, this here is kind of weird.
But her filter accidentally glitched and this is what she looked like in real life. Which, honestly, she's still beautiful in real life, but...
I guess she's like a darker over here. She's just like some older woman.
They don't look like the same at all. It got to the point where Chinese people started calling their own photoshopping apps one of the sorceries of the world. One of the mysteries of the world. There's another streamer that went viral and she lets the filter do the work, but she paints highlights on her face to make the filter look more natural. She even paints a collarbone on, and with the filter, it literally looks like she has this prominent collarbone, which is like a East Asian conventional beauty thing. At one point, she would even draw on her boobs. There's these behind-the-scene photos of these online streamers drawing on abs. Then, when the filter comes on, it looks like the most natural abs you've ever seen in your life. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, when these came out, people in China started joking, there's no ugly people in the country.
Aren't you putting in more effort to draw on all this stuff and then use a filter than it would be to just show your face normally? Question mark. Like, is it worth it? I mean, I'm guessing it's worth it if maybe the money's coming in because of it. Like, I feel like that's too much effort.
Girls are all beautiful and boys are all handsome and ripped. We have no ugly people. Then more was revealed, okay? That these popular streamers, the ones that were using these filters, they had a team of men that they hired to talk to their top donors.
Wait, what?
So when you're a streamer, when you have, I guess in China, I don't know how it works, I'm not a streamer, but in China, when you are a streamer and someone is donating like thousands of dollars, it's pretty standard that you have to add them on WeChat and maintain a conversation with them.
Yeah.
So they'll keep donating. They have to talk to their donors and they hire men to talk to these men who are donating money to them because they want to date them.
That's pretty normal. I mean, that's not anything new. People were doing that over here. I remember people talking about that. Like on Patreon, or I don't know if you can do this on OnlyFans, but like patron girls who were in this wheelhouse doing, you know, extracurricular content, I believe. Like this was something that was going around, people talking about, that they, you know, they have like chats, I think, that you can talk to them. And there's, you know, you have like a bajillion guys on their platform trying to talk to them at once, that you would just hire a bunch of dudes to just flirt with these other dudes, right? And pretend that they are the girl. Like, you don't know if the guys know that they aren't talking to the actual girl that they are, you know, paying to talk to, but obviously the employees who are working for these girls are pretending to be her to these guys, if you understand what I'm saying. So same thing, just a bunch of guys talking to other guys, but the guys think it's a pretty girl, whatever, right? I remember that being a thing a few years ago. I'm assuming it's still something that happens, because why wouldn't it? But yeah, that's not something new to me. I've heard that before.
But it's just men talking to other men. Yeah, pretending to be.
Yeah, so they think they're talking to Stephanie, but instead they're talking to me.
They're talking to Den Den. Everyone's like, wait, even better. The guys are being duped. You know, they're literally talking to Kevin, their motherfucking intern, when they thought that they were talking to this beautiful lady. Now, a lot of netizens said, well, the blame at the end of the day falls on the people who donate, because nobody told you to donate the money, right? Like, you're old enough to be financially responsible for your own money. Like, why even donate? The psychology behind donating on Chinese live streaming platforms is interesting. So I saw this article that was translated for me, and it said that there are a few different reasons why people donate money to streamers. First, they genuinely want to date the streamer. Like, maybe they hope that if they donate enough money, they will have a conversation with the streamer and they can...
That's the parasocial stuff that I'm talking about.
...really pursue this streamer and they can genuinely date as boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Or they really want to date the streamer, but they're kind of already married. They just kind of want to talk to someone online. It's like an escape. It's very much Adam Levine vibes, you know? Then you have another group, which is like the flexers. These people feel a sense of adrenaline when their name pops up on the screen and someone is thanking them for their donation. They get...
So I want to pause there. Adam Levine? Question mark? Who? Now I'm saying who, but hearing that name makes me think of the lead singer of Maroon 5. Is that Adam Levine? Why do I know that? If that is him, why do I know his name upon hearing it? Because I did like a few Maroon 5 songs in my youth. So I guess I've maybe heard his name before, but is that who she's talking about? And is she saying that despite him being married, that he was like talking to other people? Did she just say like Adam Levine was like soft cheating? Question mark. Let me look that up. Yeah, Adam Levine is the lead singer from Maroon 5. How did I know that? Like, it surprises me the things I just know sometimes. Like, I don't know when the last time I've heard that man's name, if I've ever heard it. And like immediately when she said his name, I was like, Maroon 5? Like in my head, I was like, Maroon 5 singer? Like, how did I know that? But yeah, what did he do? I didn't look up what he did. I just was looking up if that's who that was. Yeah, what did he do? Did he cheat? Or was he just talking to girls while he was married?
Get off on the comments being like, holy shit, like that's a crazy donation, like holy cow. They get off on being the top of someone's sub list. Like it's almost like showing off a new car on social media. Then you have the value group. These subs, they want to feel like they're valued by the streamer. They want the streamer to thank them nonstop. And they're usually sweet people, but a lot of the times you can tell them apart because if a streamer is busy and they forget to thank them, or doesn't thank them with the amount of enthusiasm that they expect, then they can get very angry or upset, if not aggressive, and threaten to leave. Then lastly, the most normal group is just people who give out of appreciation. So these people say, you know, I just simply appreciate the content, so I want to make sure that they can provide more content. Like, I'm literally entertained by this person, and that's all there is to it. If I stop being entertained, then I wouldn't donate. Like, I'm literally donating for the work type of thing. I feel like that's like the most normal group. Like, I would fall into that category. But then the other two groups stand out because they're a little bit more wilder, right? Apparently, there are streamer teams. And I don't know how often this happens, but it's human psychology. A streamer's agency will organize a massive fake donation per stream. So a big donation will come in during the middle of a stream, and it creates this atmosphere where more people want to donate.
Sure. I've heard this happen actually recently. I'm not going to talk about who was doing this, but someone behind the scenes was like talking to someone they know and having them donate to, you know, keep the momentum going, to try to keep people donating, and like they were trying to achieve something, so they were like faking donations essentially, like having someone pay, and then they would probably like pay them back once the thing is over, so they can reach some sort of like all-time goal to be like the number one in whatever they were doing. Again, I'm trying to be very vague here. So this actually happened recently this year, I think, with someone like popular slash famous is a strong word, but someone popular slash famous in the kind of the content creator scene slash streamer scene.
And in the end, that big donation is returned back to the agency, and the streamer gets the rest of the donations that were real.
Yeah, like that's what I was saying. Like I think that exactly is what happened. They had someone donate big money just so they can give it back to them at a later date, but they want to keep the momentum going with the streaming like or donation train.
It's like a fake donation to kickstart and push everyone to donate. Which the fact that this works, I mean, the fact that this is embedded in human psychology is so wild. Do you think they're gonna study this one day in like a psych class? Yeah. Back in the day, they used to have these little donations.
They already do that. They study
it's
that.
It's crazy, no? I guess that's why like auctions work.
Yes.
Because people want to up each other.
Yes. The
No,
tension,
yeah.
the name calling.
Yeah, the name calling.
Going for 5, stupid slut. Going for 10, big forehead idiot.
My god, pasta sauce.
Honey.
Wait, I have another story. Don't leave. Okay, this is a crazy streamer story too. I couldn't even decide which one I thought was crazier, but is the story
Okay, so we're going on multiple stories. I don't know if she's gonna talk about like the guys who are using the filters to look like girls.
of, have you heard of Fang Timo? I'm not
Nope.
saying it right. The way that you're looking
Fun
at me.
Timo.
Yeah.
Fun Timo. She's like the #1 streamer too.
Yes.
She sings.
I heard she's like more on reality shows now, like variety shows. Like she's going more and more mainstream these
very
days.
famous, yeah.
Very famous, very pretty. Like don't sue me, don't come after me. I'm not coming after one of your faves. But there was a scandal that she was involved in, and it's not a scandal that I think that she did anything wrong, not at all. But it is like I don't know why it was categorized as a scandal. It's just a very interesting thing that happened. So Fang was one of the top female live streamers, and she still is. She went viral for streaming League of Legends games, and she has this beautiful singing voice, and she almost had this self-deprecating humor. So it said that
Sure. Though I think she's self-deprecating if we just want to like have something to talk about. Apparently that's just go-to. That could be the go-to humor, like for female comedians, is to be self-deprecating. So that actually kind of just is in line with that. But I want to see what is in the background.
did anything wrong, not at all, but it is like I don't know why it was categorized as a scandal. It's just a very interesting thing that happened. So Fang was one of the
Okay, I wanted to see this. Like, what are those things in the background? It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, it's too small. I don't know what these like onion heads are, or if that's just what like literally they're just onion heads and like nothing specific. So they're saying she's streaming a league, which that's pretty normal to be doing. It's a very on point game to be streaming. I don't know what's going on here. Let's look at a trophy. These are like anime figures? Question mark. Yeah, I don't know what these onion heads are. So they might be like the, what are they called? Like the Pachis from Overwatch? Maybe they are, and I don't remember what they look like, but yeah, I don't know. And then whatever's going on here, I have no clue.
top female. And she almost had this self-deprecating humor. So it said that a lot of guys liked her because she was so pretty, but she felt insecure enough that she felt approachable. So a lot of guys were just like foaming at the fucking mouth, okay? They were like, yes, she's insecure, she might give me a chance. In 1 month, it said that she was getting close to $300,000 in just donations. Everyone fell in love with her. But let's talk about her biggest scandal to date, which involved nearly $500,000, an attempted suicide, and someone in jail for a very long time. It starts with a man named Mr. Wang. He was an accountant. He's kind of like the quiet type, introvert.
How are we just gonna drop this at the last 10 minutes of this video? Just a completely different thing that has to do with like all those crazy topics. Like what? How is this not getting its own video? Hello? Why are you just squeezing it at the end of this video?
He had a normal life, didn't have too many friends, but a lot of it had to do with the fact that he's really busy. Worked for this huge company. He had a wife and kids. If he wasn't working, he was at home with his wife and kids. If he wasn't with his wife and kids, he was motherfucking working, okay? Now, his wife didn't mind because he wasn't making great money, but she liked to support him. They were barely middle class at the time, but they were happy and they respected each other. They loved each other. And in 2015, Mr. Wayne gets bored and he's looking for ways to kill time without spending money. He's like, you know what? Let me just turn on a live streamer. Because I'll just have it in the background. Like while I do things around the house, it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna put it on as background noise. But when he turned on the live streams,
Okay, did he donate $500,000 to this girl?
something just snapped inside of his little brain. He was like, I can write a comment and they will react to my comment. And sometimes he would tell the live streamer like, oh, can you do this? And they would do it. And he felt like he was a little puppet master of these beautiful female live streamers. And it was just giving him like this power trip that he had never felt in his whole life. He's like, wow, this beautiful woman just sang a song because I put it in the comments to sing a motherfucking song. He's like, that's right. He felt like the king of the room, right? So the next time that he's in one of these streams, he donated his hard-earned cash, like $50. That's a lot of money, don't get me wrong, right? $50. But then immediately, someone upped the donation to like 100, then 200, then 300, and then it was in the thousands. And suddenly the reaction from the female live streamers was going from like, oh, thank you for the $50 donation, to like, holy shit, thanks for the $10,000! Let me take off my shirt! You know what I mean? Like, come on, like $50 and $10,000 is a big difference. It's a life-changing difference. So he's feeling like, what the he feels upset. What do you mean? Like, why didn't I get that reaction? I want that kind of.
And now he's gonna like waste your entire like a bank account for however many years you've been alive. that you've been saving just because of that. That's all it took.
reaction. I want her to say my name like that. So the next day, he goes to work for this huge firm, and he sees a lot of just cash sitting around. He's in the accounting division, and he's kind of getting annoyed looking at this cash, like it's just sitting around, you know? Like he could put that cash to good use. So he wires himself a little bit of it. Yeah, transferred some of the money from the company's bank account to his own personal bank account. And he created these fake invoices to make sure that all the balancing happened at the end, you know, the numbers made sense, and it couldn't be traced to him. So he did this once. Waited a couple days, he didn't get caught. Then he did it again and again, and the more he got away with it, the more courageous he got. Like, he started stealing just hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, straight from the company. And what is he doing with this money? Is he saving it for a house? Is he getting his wife and kids, you know, is it for his kids' college tuition? He literally spent no money on his goddamn family. He started spending the money on female streamers that he was watching. He said, the bliss that I feel when the streamers would say, thank you, sweetie, thank you, Mr. Wang.
He just has like a... What's the word? Or the phrase? I forget what it's called. When you think about it, like what it is. I literally cannot remember what it is. I've been thinking about it for like a minute. Essentially, it's the... We're going to cut the F off. Usually I remove the F from this word. The Edish, where you just want to be called like a good boy / good girl the entire time. I know there's a name for it, but he basically just has that Edish, right? Can you use the word kink? We're just going to use the word kink. He has that going for him, I'm guessing. He just wants to be thanked and whatnot. What is that called, though? Like, I know someone's going to be like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called.
Gave him a bonbon. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He said that?
He didn't say that, but I'm guessing
Oh.
it. He said it was ultimate bliss. What do you think is ultimate bliss? A bonbon.
Because it's not, like, confirmation or anything like that. Why can't I think of the word? The word is just, like, gone. I can't think of it.
Oh, the big O. Gave him the big O, okay? So he would donate money like it was his job. It was the ultimate satisfaction. He was even invited to group chats. Tell me why there's group chats of some of the largest donors of streamers. Like, what kind of group chat is this? I don't even know.
Community.
Of just rich people who donate to streamers? Like, I want to be in that community. What the heck? So they have a group chat, and they would all flex on each other. Like, guess how much I donated to this streamer today? So not only is he getting the satisfaction of donating to a streamer, because the streamer would acknowledge him, but then the chat would immediately acknowledge him, and then he would go to the group chat and be like, guess what I did today? And then he would be pumped up again. He'd be hyped the fuck up. So he's...
Okay, I want to say like a positive affirmation edish, but like that's too many words. But that's essentially what I'm saying, like positive affirmation ink. Can we say ink? Let's call it ink instead of like the whole word. I mean, I don't think it matters. I think YouTube is laxed what you can kind of say on YouTube as long as it's not at the beginning of the video, right? But yeah, that definitely isn't what it is.
He starts getting the WeChats of all these female streamers because he starts building his rank to the top of their sub list. Like, he's donating like $15,000 at a time. Like, he's literally Mr. Beast. So he's just donating, just dropping cash, okay? Now these girls are adding him on WeChat, like, thank you so much. It's probably Kevin the intern. But he's like, oh my God, I'm talking to these girls and they're, you know, flirting with me. He's getting excited. So Mr. Wang starts getting invited to these huge parties.
Oh my God, yes.
These like influencer parties
Yes.
with streamers, agencies, top donors, and that's how he met Fang. Now, they didn't talk much at the party, but they did kind of make eye contact. I think they were even introduced to each other. Fang had noticed him because he had been one of her donors. So she's like, oh, like now I'm putting a face to the name, right? Then after the party, she added him on WeChat and was like, hey, nice meeting you at the party. Like, sorry we couldn't get to talk, but like, thank you for supporting me. Like, we should grab something to eat one day. It's a very like generic, like one day, right? Oh, this sent him off. Oh yeah, Bonbon Central, dude. I mean, he completely lost touch with reality. He thinks that he is Wang Sutong and he doesn't care about his wife, he doesn't care about his children. He just cares that one of the most attractive streamers wants to get to know him. He felt like the rich man that everybody thought he was, but he wasn't. He was embezzling money. So they start texting. And soon, Mr. Wang finds an excuse to go on business trips. He's like, hey, wife.
Okay, so yeah, he's the one who's going to end up going to jail because she just said he's embezzling money, so oof.
Hey, kids, I gotta go to Shanghai for business. Which, you know, that's when someone you have been married for so long and they don't go on any business trips, suddenly they go on business trips. I'm going. He books the best hotel in the whole city. I can't even imagine how much that costs in a city like Shanghai. He books like the best suite and the best hotel, and he would take out Fang and actually another streamer, not at the same time, but different times, on lavish dates. Like he would drop $1,000 for a dinner for two. But when that wasn't enough, he would join their live streams and tip Fang like $15,000 at a time. And it wasn't just on these public forums. He would actually transfer her money privately to her own bank. There was a point where he was sending her like $1,214 a day for a week straight. Do you want to know why? Because apparently, okay, 1214.
1214.
Say it in Mandarin.
1214.
What? Oh no, 1314.
一生一世, like forever, lifetime.
So it's supposed to mean like I love you forever for a lifetime.
Wow.
So he would send her $1,314. Mr. Wang would brag in his.
I was like, what? I know he's embezzling, but like, it's like, how is he getting so much money? Like thousands of dollars every day. Like, I mean, I guess that's how you end up rolling up to $500,000.
Group chat with his fellow top donors that he and Fang were, getting romantically involved and that things were going fantastic, hinting that they were totally having sex, which honestly, he could have been just flexing, I have no idea. They even had matching Gucci sneakers. Like he had bought her matching Gucci Snickers bars. Sneakers! Okay, so Mr. Wang is not only getting satisfaction by, aka allegedly dating one of the most popular streamers online, but even cheating on his wife. He's also getting satisfaction from the strangers that are hyping him up, saying, wow, this guy is so rich, I can't believe he's donating so much money, blah, 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 blah. And then his life came crashing back down to reality. Mr. Wang is on top of the world. He really didn't spend any money on his wife and kids, just the live streamers. And then he got a call one day from his company who said, hey, so we were running the numbers and something's not right. You are temporarily suspended until we can get to the bottom of it. We're looking into some things. Doing some housekeeping. His charade was up. He had been embezzling hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend on live streamers, and now he was motherfucking going to jail, and he knew it. So he flew.
Do the live streamers get to keep the money? Or does the company have to steal it back for them? Or does he have to pay it back himself and the live streamers just get to keep it for free? Because obviously he doesn't have the money. Does the government have to pay for that, or is they just screwed out of the money?
To Shanghai one last time to meet another streamer, not Fang, and then when she left the hotel, he cut his wrists with a knife. But
What?
Okay, so he attempted, so that's where the attempt comes from, but I guess he failed.
In the hotel. But before he lost his consciousness, he called the streamer back. And she could tell that something was wrong. She rushed back to his hotel room, contacted authorities. He was rushed to the hospital. He was saved. And when he was discharged from the hospital, he immediately had to go to the police station to turn himself in. The news came out, and like clearly it was a scandal. Like there was so much discourse around, what is social media doing to people? Even though it's just like not an isolated incident per se, but it's like, you can't really control everyone in the world. There's always going to be people that react differently to different things, but yeah, there was a whole discourse around it, and people did not like the fact that he attempted to take his own life because he was so desperate. They didn't like the fact that he neglected his wife and children. He got so lost in this internet.
It's just addiction, right? It's the same thing that would happen with anything else, right? Wasting all your money on alcohol, on drugs, gambling. It's just the exact same thing, but this time it was streamers, right? You're just throwing all your money away to streamers, becoming depressed, neglecting everyone else around you, but your vice, right? So it's just like a standard vice addiction. It's just the addiction is a different thing, but at the end of the day, it was still an addiction.
Sphere. And a lot of people kind of took out these confusing emotions on Fang. They were like, you got so much money from this guy who's a huge donor in your chat, and this guy's life is ruined, and it was just like this weird, how can you feel okay with yourself like taking money from someone like this? When clearly she had no idea that he was embezzling to begin with. So it was a lot of mixed emotions. Now, where I
Definitely there's like nothing she can really do about that, right? He kind of like ruined his own life, but again, it is an addiction, which means if we're going to call it an addiction, sure, the company needs to get justice for what he did, but he also needs help at the same time for all this. See, he is having like mental issues because of it, and of course the attempted.
I would say that Fang did kind of mess up was that she said that she only met him once, and that they weren't really close. She just referred to him as like the accountant. I only met him like one time, right? But then later in court, people found out that she met him multiple times, and looking at their chats, it looked like they were on a more like, I'm not saying intimate as in sexual, but just a more friendly relationship than that she was hinting at. So people were mad because they were like, oh, if you lied about this, what else did you lie about?
Yeah, she's just like trying to save face at that point, but obviously the court's going to let everything come out.
Like, how do we know that you didn't know that he wasn't embezzling, or that he was? So she got a lot of shit for it. She said that she was going to return all the money that was donated to her, but then she got
What, you mean $500,000? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, who would want to return $500,000? Assuming that's how much he got, or however much money he was giving her. Like, I don't know. That's like too much to have to give back.
More because she never provided receipts to indicate that she did. So a lot of people think that she just waited for it to all blow over and did not return the money. Which I think, legally speaking, there was no like legal law that she had to return the money.
I feel like it's like weird because he stole it and then gave it to her, so it's his responsibility to give the money back to them, not her, right? That's how I would see it. Because it's not like she stole it from them and she wasn't part of the scheme to steal the money. The money was just stolen and then given to her. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's on him to give the money back, which the government would make him give it back to them, not anything that's to do with her. I don't know how it works, right?
So it was like this moral gray area. And like, who knows, maybe she did return the money. We have no idea. But it was just, people were not happy with it. So she did have kind of a weird lull in her career, but she ended up signing with Billy, and now she is like a full-blown celebrity now. Like, she's super main.
I was like wondering, what is she going to be doing? If she just went off grid and never came back, I would feel like she definitely just took the money. If she had like a gajillion dollars from this guy, she could just leave and not come back and just live the rest of her life.
Stream, she's like gone higher than live streaming, like one of the top female streamers of all time. But yeah, it's just a really bizarre situation to happen. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? I think this incident sparked like a whole conversation of like, is accepting donations as a career okay? But then you had most people being like, yeah, because, you know, you can't dictate how people spend their money. Like, whether this person is spending their money on a live streamer or spending their money, you know, going overboard with their credit card at Neiman Marcus, like, they're gonna spend their money the way that they like, right? Yeah. But there was just like this whole discourse about it. It was very weird. It was very interesting. I don't know. The streaming world seems really intense. I don't think I have it in me to ever be a streamer. I'm so anxious and nervous. I'd be so in my head. I'd be like, they think I'm ugly right now. And then imagine you're like reading mean comments in lifetime.
I mean, just like, don't show your face, right? Like like grandma, right?
Like, you would see me being like this. Oh my god, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. And then I would just leave in tears. Let me know your thoughts on these. I mean, I think it's insane. What do you
I mean, that is going to be that video. Also, hide button, still here. I know someone said they didn't have the hide button. I don't know if it's just a PC thing. Obviously, this is on PC, so maybe it's only on PC right now. Like the new hide button that they finally gave us after a gazillion centuries of not having one to get rid of these things at the end. Yeah, maybe it's just a PC thing right now, and it'll be a while before it's on other platforms, question mark, I don't know. Because obviously it's just on the screen to be clicked. But I'm guessing it's not on phone or tablets or any of that stuff right now. But yeah, that was that. Again, this last story was kind of crazy. Kind of just like overtook this entire thing. Because this was just pretty... not standard, but like nothing too crazy. You know, just girl... We already used the word catfish, so catfished her audience, got caught, but then didn't matter. Though I guess it did in the end, because she was still popular, got more popular, but then had to switch platforms, botted, got banned everywhere, and just disappeared forever. But again, of course, we don't know if she disappeared, because she could just be catfished as someone else, so who knows what happened to this girl. But again, quote-unquote hags are at an all-time premium right now, so this is just free real estate for her right now. But yeah, this last one, like, oof. With that, yep. Again, maybe I'll do another video tomorrow, just to like keep the momentum at the end, because I don't really have much to do, and it kind of is stressing me out to not be uploading every day. Right, I said that every day, but like just not be uploading, so I feel like I kind of need to. Also, it gives me something to think about, because when I'm not doing this, I'm just like worrying about you know, the moving and all that. That's stressing me out, and I can't like stop thinking about these different scenarios, the future, yada. So actually recording this makes me forget about that for, you know, however long it is, an hour and 40 minutes now. But yeah, go watch Repo the Genetic Opera if you have not seen it. Again, it is a horror movie. There's some body horror, so gotta be careful. Nothing crazy, but like it's your own fault if it's too much for you. No, viewer discretion is advised on that one. Up to you. Again, it also is a musical, so if you're into musicals, there you go. Though, again, it is like a gothic movie, so it's gonna be like a lot of rock ish goth music, but there's like a really good song. I would love to play it, but I'm not gonna get myself in trouble. But there's this one dude who shows up from time to time, and I'd love his one song. It's like, oh, it's so good. He just has like a good voice. Also, the girl, I think the girl from Spy Kids is in it, isn't she? I think that's her. So if you like that girl, the girl from Spy Kids, I know she's been in other stuff like the Grindhouse. Is that what that series is called? She's in the Grindhouse movies too, right? But she's in Repo, the Genetic Opera. So if you like her, she's in it. Again, Paris Hilton's in it. If you, for some reason, care about her. The older man from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is in it. I don't remember his name. I think he's in there. Is he the teacher? I think he's like Buffy's handler, right? Is that what he is? I think that's what you would refer to him as. I haven't watched Buffy in like years and years, but again, that guy's in it too. He's I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, again, go watch a movie if you want to. In relation to yesterday's video with the obsession with plastic surgery. Yeah, that's going to be it for now. I think I've rambled on long enough. I don't think anyone wants to listen to this. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers or think about becoming a member. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We're working watch time and subscribers. And shout out to the members. EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and alexgkiller 880. I also checked yesterday. I don't know why the stickers were taken off of my YouTube. Like I had to add them back. Like it removed them from showing. I don't know why that happened. Also, I don't have them all showing. I only have like a few of them that are like safe to show, but I have like way more than just what's on there. So you actually have to go to the sticker shop to see everything that I have if you care about any of that stuff. But guys, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment. You know the do. See ya.